today I want to talk a little bit about self-control. A part of the reason why I bring that, like any human, I've struggled with a lot of different vices. I'm still struggling with alcohol. I've reduced it a lot, but when I do drink, I do have those moments where I do overdo it a little bit, and it's just not any good. I like to smoke too. I like smoking my weed. I like my tobacco. That's another thing that I do pretty often. But I've been thinking of slowing down, and I've been thinking of cutting back. The one thing though that I really mastered is masturbation, watching pornography, and just wasting my sexual energies. And that brings us to our topic: semen retention. Semen retention and its power. Semen retention is one of those things that may seem like it's a little crap. It may seem like it's just like it's a placebo to a lot of people. But I believe in it a lot. They say that semen is the last chemical. Semen is the last compound that is made from your food. Most of your food will go to making blood, making muscle, making your plasma, making bone, making marrow, making all the different chemicals in your body, like your stomach acids and all these things that keep your body working. I'm not really putting it exactly. I'm just going off of the top of my head. But it's almost like a bee collecting nectar, drop by drop. The bee collects that nectar, we'll take it back to the hive, we'll add it onto the combs, and little by little, you start getting honey. And that's the same way that your semen is accumulated. And the reason I bring that up is because for a long time, I spent a lot of time just wasting my seed, mindlessly, for no reason. And the saddest thing is that I would waste it through PMO. Porn, masturbation, orgasm is what that means. And the thing is that I was pretty oversexed as a young kid. I did have some experiences with abuse as a child. And that it got me sexed up real early in my life. And I then discovered masturbation when I was 10 years old. When I was 10, I started wanking it, man. It was the first time I busted a nut. And the funny thing is that it started as an itch. Believe it or not, like it was just this real bad itch on my junk. Like after scratching and damn, dude, just bust a nut. But it's not good. It's not good. And the more I've been learning, the more I see that this is a very powerful practice. It's a practice that all men and all boys should implement into their lives. I started doing this practice back in 2017. Around that time, I started edging. I was just not busting anymore. And it got me, even more sexed up. During that time, that's when I got my wife pregnant with my second son. I did have a son before then. And then, I kept on practicing up until 2019. When I got to 2019, something changed inside of me. This is when I finally started retaining for months at a time. And around that time, I just wouldn't tolerate any shit from no woman. I don't care who the woman was, my mama, my sister, my mother-in-law, and my wife. I just wasn't having any more of that female bullshit. What they do when they try to bring you down and, control you and manipulate you, emasculate you. All those things that they do, I was just not tolerating. No way, Jose. So what happened was that, I started to fight back a little bit. And then a few things happened where I had to leave my home. I was no longer able to be at my house. So I was out from 2019, maybe all the way up until 2021. And started changing. My wife started looking for me. We worked in our relationship. Money just started coming more easily. That was one of the craziest things. They say that semen actually shares a lot with your cerebrospinal fluid, with the fluid that's found in your spine, and the fluid that's in your brain. That keeps your brain insulated. So, like, if you really think about it, like that long hose, your spine, or your vertebrae, whatever you want to call it, that is connected right to your base, your foundation, your root, which would be your pelvis area. So when you have an excess of that energy inside of you, that starts to make its way up your spine onto your brain. And according to a lot of religious books, that makes you magnetic for blessings. You can call them blessings, you can call them good things. But yeah, since I started doing this practice, I've been real blessed. I'm not a rich man by any means, but life is the best it's ever been. I live in a real nice place now. It's a lot bigger than the little shack I had back when I left my wife. Maybe I was so angry because of the little shack. There was a lot of things that were happening in the house that were really adding to my unhappiness, but that's in the past. I gotta move on from that. And now I have my wife there. I got my 4 dogs. I got me 4 dogs. Got my 2 sons. I've been able to start a few businesses. They haven't been the most successful, but I made a little money out of them. I haven't called the quits yet. I still have them on the back burner. The whole reason is just because of inflation. Because I don't want to overcharge my customers. That's my whole deal. I want my customers to keep more money in their pocket. So I'm just waiting for things to drop. Once things are a little bit cheaper, I'll go back to it. I'm also a big time crypto guy. Yeah, I haven't gotten rich, but I'm hoping that I make a nice return. I want to be able to buy a house, and I don't want a mortgage. I don't want to pay rent. I want to be able to keep all that money in my pocket, which is what, $2,600 in rent here in California where I'm at. No way, man. No way. I want to keep that money in my pocket. If you think about it, in 10 months, that is $20,600. No, maybe more. Maybe it's like 24,000. I don't know. I'm not a mathematician, man. But I'm hoping that I can save that much a year. Imagine that. How many vacations I can take? How many more investments I can take by keeping that money in my pocket? Imagine all the experiences that I can get from my wife and my sons. I just want to be able to have a comfortable life. I want my wife to stop working. That'd be something nice. And we'll see where this journey takes me. I'm still on this journey, gentlemen. So we'll see. I do want to keep on updating you. And also, if you want me to talk about more subjects like this, things that are a little bit more esoteric, not your very common things to talk about. I can talk about that. I can talk about all this stuff all day. So you tell me. I just have a lot of ideas. The inspiration came back to me, and hopefully my message can reach a lot of people. To all those people that want to listen to my message. Once again, this is El Chapo Vlogs. I am going to keep this video a little bit short. This is just an introduction to this topic. And if you want to see more content like this, then I will upload more videos. This feels right. I think I will talk more about this stuff. Thank you for checking in, ladies and gentlemen. God bless. Chapo. Check it out.